The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. Knowledge is as food, and needs no less her temperance over appetite, to know in measure what the mind may well contain. Gratitude bestows reverence, allowing us to encounter everyday epiphanies, those transcendent moments of awe that change forever how we experience life and the world. They also serve who only stand and wait. Give me the liberty to know, to utter, and to argue freely according to conscience, above all liberties. No man who knows aught can be so stupid to deny that all men naturally were born free. True peace is not merely the absence of war, it is the presence of justice. Patience is the virtue of the hard soul. The childhood shows the man, as morning shows the day. Beauty is nature's coin, must not be hoarded, but must be current, and the use of it is in not spending it. Time is the subtle thief of youth. None can love freedom heartily, but good men. The rest love not freedom, but license. A good book is the precious lifeblood of a master spirit, embalmed and treasured up on purpose to a life beyond life. For what can war, but endless war, still breed? He that has light within his own clear breast may sit in the center and enjoy bright day, but he that hides a dark soul and foul thoughts benighted walks under the midday sun. Who overcomes by force hath overcome but half his foe. Death is the golden key that opens the palace of eternity. Truth never comes into the world, but like a bastard, to the ignominy of him that brought her birth. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. Abashed the devil stood and felt how awful goodness is, and saw virtue in her shape, how lovely, saw, and pined his loss. The end of learning is to know God, and out of that knowledge to love Him and imitate His properties. Books are not absolutely dead things, but do contain a potency of life in them to be as active as that soul whose progeny they are. Opinion in good men is but knowledge in the making. He who reigns within himself and rules passions, desires, and fears is more than a king. A good book is the precious lifeblood of a master spirit. The stars that nature hung in heaven and filled their lamps with everlasting oil give due light to the misled and lonely traveler. To be blind is not miserable, not to be able to bear blindness, that is miserable. When complaints are freely heard, deeply considered and speedily reformed, then is the utmost bound of civil liberty attained that wise men look for. He that has light within his own clear breast may sit in the center and enjoy bright day, but he that hides a dark soul and foul thoughts benighted walks under the midday sun, himself his own dungeon. Love quarrels oft in pleasing concord end. Beauty is nature's brag, and must be shown in courts, at feasts, and high solemnities, where most may wonder at the workmanship. Let not England forget her precedents of teaching nations how to live. He that studieth revenge keepeth his own wounds green, which otherwise would heal and do well. The superior man acquaints himself with many sayings of antiquity and many deeds of the past, in order to strengthen his character thereby. Virtue could see to do what virtue would by her own radiant light, though sun and moon were in the flat sea sunk. Deep versed in books and shallow in himself, No man who knows aught can be so stupid to deny that all men naturally were born free. Confusion heard his voice, and wild uproar stood vast infinitude confined, till at his second bidding darkness fled, light shone, and order from disorder sprung. True it is that covetousness is rich, modesty starves. Nothing profits more than self-esteem, grounded on what is just and right. Who kills a man kills a reasonable creature, God's image, but thee who destroys a good book kills reason itself. Though we take from a covetous man all his treasure, he has yet one jewel left. You cannot bereave him of his covetousness. The above are the life wisdom quotes for this episode. Which quote is your favorite? Please leave a comment to tell us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.